I remember when people played multiple land belchers with Mana Severs.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But now
the
they
Tinker
just play...
Poacher was dominated by that combo.
Yep. All right, so Kenny leads off with Cataxian Probe.
The old, do you have any Force of Wills? Uh-oh, you don't.
He's got an Exhume.
All right, so real quick, in the dark, do you think the game's over?
Yeah, Kenny's going to win on turn 2.
You think he's going to win on turn 2?
Yeah, it's not turn 1, it's turn 2. What do you think?
I think turn 2. I think you're actually right.
Yeah, I think Adam is like...
I think it's going to be a check to see if Adam can brainstorm into a Force of Will.
Yeah, I think
a blue card.
I think Adam's like a 10% to win game 1.
No. He has Thought Seize, Duress, Force of Will. He's got a lot of tools.
I don't know.
Even days. Yeah, I mean...
I think after board he gets a lot better with Pithing Needle.
For sure. I agree with that.
Pithing Needle is something Kenny doesn't want to see.
Yeah, I mean, and just more cheap interaction, like more Thought Seize and actually having Iona.
Yeah, Spell Pierce is fine.
All right. Yeah, it's looking pretty clear. This is this is Empty the Warrens for, is that going to be 16 goblins? Are we looking at 16? No, maybe 14 goblins?
Yeah, this is really bad for Adam.
Yeah, so I guess technically it's going to be a turn 3 kill. But, I mean, the writing, it might already just be locked up.
No, yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah, because it's only going to be 14 goblins, I think.
All right.
All right. Kenny has Taiga, Lotus Petal.
That dice is there not for his life total.
Land Grant, Elvish Spirit Guide.
They count the number of storms.
Yeah, he knows that Adam is defenseless, so he's just going to go all in.
Yeah.
This is definitely all in Red's big, mean older brother. The
only thing Adam could do is try to get a turn 2 Elesh Norn, right?
A turn 2 Elesh Norn would do it.
Yeah.
Sphinx of Steel Wind, I don't think wins the race. Like, I don't think it gets there in time.
Yeah, it doesn't have haste, but it has lifelink and first strike.
Yeah, I think Elesh Norn, he doesn't have Blazing Archon either, or Platinum Angel, or Platinum Empyrean.
Yeah, all those cards would be pretty good.
So
Brainstorm. It would have been better if he had like turn 1 Entomb. So there's 16 goblins.
Yeah, so next turn he's gonna
knock Adam to 4.
Yeah, the problem is that he's not gonna have enough life to reanimate.
Yeah, he would have to like animate dead or exhume. Oh no, yeah, this game. All right, he's just scooped anyway.
Yeah.
This
all right,
is so funny.
So Adam Ludwigsen concedes on the first turn. As advertised, Belcher is able to...
Who tweeted in they want to see Belcher?
To at least 15 people. Belcher was the #1 request. You wanted to see Belcher, there you go, 16 goblins.
All right. I mean, I guess it's fun to watch for
on turn 1, 16 goblins. Unbelievable.
So Adam's going to bring in 2 Spell Pierce, 2 Pithing Needles, 2 Thoughtseize.
Iona for sure.
The Echoing Truth.
Yeah, he wants the Iona though, because he just wants the name red.
The Iona. So he's got like 8 cards to bring in. The Echoing Truth, of course, is against the goblins. You could
absolutely,
gives another answer just in case Kenny tries to win with the goblins again. What do you think Kenny's bringing in?
So he's probably going to be. I mean, he did get a chance to look at Adam's hand, but he doesn't actually know that Adam's Reanimator, right? Like he didn't see any reanimation spells.
No, he did. Yeah.
Oh, which one? He saw like Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then in that case, he's going to be looking at Red Elemental Blast, Pyroblast.
You think he brings in like a second Empty the Warrens?
Because it's the 4th. No. He's got 3 in the main deck.
Yeah. I mean,
he has to keep it in the board because of Burning Wish.
Okay, all right, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think Xantid Swarm and then the Red and Pyroblasts.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right there.
I'm not positive that he brings in the Xantid Swarm, but he's got to consider it. That's kind of the little chess match that he's going to end up playing.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just how much do you respect the Force of Will versus how much are you concerned about discard?
Yeah, it's Force of Will and Daze.
Yeah.
That's and I'm not sure. It's they're probably there for like the Blue White Stoneforge deck that packs the actual counterspell and
Spell Snare.
Spell Pierce. Oh yeah, you know what he is bringing the Spell Pierce, and maybe Ken knows that these types of decks
they always play Spell Pierce.
Yeah, they do bring in like some extra counterspells and stuff. I would like to see Fairies do really well in Legacy, but so far no one really has tried to make Fairies work.
I think some people have used it a little bit, but the main thing that's holding people back is that everybody keeps wanting to play Delver or Stoneforge Mystic instead.
Yeah.
Mistspine Click is just, a format where people are playing cards like Swords to Plowshares,
I mean, I like Bitter Blossom as a card, You know,
Boston's a good card.
and Type 2 is probably slightly overpowered just because of all the other fairies. But in Legacy, it's like, you know, I kind of feel like fairies is underpowered, but I would like to see it do well. I like blue-black, like aggro control sometimes. So Adam will be on the play. Do you think it's a big difference if Adam's on the play or what?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
I think it's huge. Belcher is a really, really dangerous deck to go first.
Yeah.
I mean, at least if Adam goes first, he can cast Thoughtseize or Duress or Spell Pierce.
Yep.
You know, or Daze. Whereas if he's on the draw, all he can have is Force of Will. You know?
I thought about this for a while. Do you think Legacy is the most like die roll dependent format? Like, well,
no.
No? It's
No.
like standard.
Vintage is
Yeah, of course, vintage.
Vintage is definitely.
But for competitive,
Like out of the mainstream
Yeah.
ones. Yeah, I don't think standard is very die roll dependent at all right
Yeah, I
now.
don't think so either. And I don't think limited is either.
Yeah, I don't think the limited format, this limited format is,
Yeah.
isn't. Some are, but not this one.
Yeah, Zendikar was kind of die roll dependent because it was the landfall and you wanted to be really aggressive.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I think this might be. I mean, we'd have to see how modern is. Maybe because modern's a little swingy too.
Yeah.
But this is definitely a format, especially when these fast combo decks are in the equation. Because I mean, like, well, be careful what you wish for, folks. I hope this is a lesson to everybody at home. You
All right.
wanted to see Belcher. Belcher mostly consists of shuffling and sideboarding because there aren't a lot of turns involved.
All right, so Adam's on the play. Let's see if both these guys decide to keep or maybe someone will take a mulligan.
All right, so hopefully we're going to see a second turn this game. Although maybe not. Maybe we just get it over with immediately, you know?
Yeah. Just one turn kill again, pretty much.
Yeah, and it can go the other way. I mean, Adam could potentially... I guess Adam's more of a turn 2, but he could just go turn 1, play a land. Kenny could try to kill him on the first turn. He counters it, untaps, and makes an Iona, and that's it.
Yep. All right, so Adam's going to mulligan. Kenny doesn't seem too happy with his hand, but I think he's going to keep.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
Riley.
now that Adam knows he's up against Belcher, he's got to mulligan to something that stops a turn 1 kill.
Yeah.
I mean, these Belcher decks will win on the... If you don't interact with them, they'll win on the first turn. They'll win within the first 2 turns the majority of the time.
Yeah, I feel when most people build combo decks, they always say, you know, my combo deck wins on turn 1 or turn 2, but most of the times they don't play sideboard.
Yeah.
You know, and they always test versus like a zoo deck with no disruption. They're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I kill you on turn 2.
Aha, you played a wild deck auto.
yeah, you know. So it's
So
it's
is
kinda-
Kenny mulliganing also?
I guess he is, yeah. Yeah, Kenny's got a mulligan. I guess his hand was just whatever,
Yeah.
and he thinks he could do better. So a lot of combo players, I feel they have the attitude that they could do better. You know, when I play Magic, I'm like, I don't know, this is probably the best I can get.
You also got to remember, decks like Reanimator and Belcher both mulligan very well, particularly Reanimator, because I mean, with Reanimator, if he gets a piece of disruption to stop the turn 1 kill, it only takes 2 more cards to make a game-winning threat. I mean, it's something that just wins the game on the spot. So like he'd be happy with a Thoughtseize, a land, Reanimate, and Entomb. But yeah, so we got a question for people who are not familiar with how Belcher works. So the Belcher deck, even though it only has 1 land, it's almost entirely mana. You have a few cards to win with, which are just 4 Goblin Charbelchers, 4 Burning Wish, and 3 Empty the Warrens. So there's just 11 kill cards. And then there's some cycling cards like Street Wraith and Gataxian Probe. But then every other card in the deck is mana. Lotus Petals, Lion's Eye Diamonds, Chrome Moxes, Rituals, Rite of Flame, Seething Song, Tinderwall, Elvish Spirit Guide, Seeming Spirit Guide, just Land Grant, nothing but mana. And then you play all your spells and just try to make a game-winning threat on the first turn.
All right, cool. So we have a turn 1 Duress, and he sees Empty the Warrens, he sees a Pyroblast, a Land Grant. I think Land Grant is a pretty good card to take right here.
Gataxian Probe. So, I mean, you could take the Land Grant, right, just to slow him down, but if he takes the Empty the Warrens, that's his only business spell right now. The question is, what does his hand look like right now, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, if he takes the Land Grant, Kenny actually... he has a ton of live draws, right? Like, any Land Grant, the Taiga, the Seeming Spirit Guide, the Lotus Petals,
A Mox.
He's got a lot of ways to make that first
Lion's
mana.
Eye Diamond could be okay.
Yeah, so he does
Empty
take the
ones?
empty, because
Okay.
this way there's only 10 threats left in Kenny's deck.
Sure.
And this is especially nice if Adam has another like a Force of Will or something in his hand.
And I think that was actually a good call because he ripped another guide to give mana.
Okay.
The Spirit Guide.
So yeah, Adam does have another disruption spell. He's got that Thought Seize.
And he has a Careful Study?
Yeah, and the Careful Study is going to be real important because he's got to
definitely.
try to get to his combo. He's currently missing both Entomb and a reanimation spell. Or if he just finds a fatty, he can discard it also so that he can go ahead and reanimate as soon as he finds a reanimation spell.
Oh no, he didn't draw a Simian Spirit Guide.
No, he drew Burning Wish.
A Burning Wish.
And this is going to be real important for oh wait. Yeah, does he have enough mana?
Dude, yeah,
I think he's got enough.
He should have taken Langren, I was right. Like if he takes Langren, Kenny can't do anything turn 1, and then he has a second Thoughtseize for turn 2.
Yeah. So I think he's a little short though. He's actually 1 mana short, right?
Is he?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, he's gonna have to pass the turn here, right? I mean, does he have enough? Because he's gonna go Spirit Guide Ritual, and then if he's Seething Songs and Burning Wishes, he's 1 mana short.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to go get for 3 mana. Yeah, I think this was ambitious on Kenny's part. I think he... Seething Song, what? Okay. I mean...
Burning Wish.
Alright, he Burning Wishes, but what... He just... Yeah, I think he jumped the gun a little bit. Like, he's 1 mana short of where he needs to be.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I feel like combo players usually know their deck really, really well.
I mean... He's 1 mana short.
And he only has red mana, right?
Yeah, he's just got 3 red mana. Like, he's supposed to get Empty the Warrens here, and it's supposed to be really good, but he's 1 mana short. He was supposed to wait a turn before doing all this.
Huh, that's interesting, to say the least. And
So-
his last card's Pyroblast.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll surprise us with them. Oh, yeah.
No, it's Empty the Warrens. He's just a mana short.
Wow. That's...
Yeah. Yeah, what he should have done is just waited, and then Pyroblast the Careful Study. I mean, he's going to get Thoughtseize. It's going to be annoying. He's going to lose the Burning Wish.
Yeah.
But this way he lost all of his rituals.
Yeah, Adam can't take the Pyroblast because he has to take the Burning Wish there.
But now Adam can just take the Empty the Warrens anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this was just... I think Kenny just lost, got a little excited and lost track of where he was at mana-wise.
Yeah.
So, Adam, Careful Study, but whiffs, does not find a fatty. He still needs to, I mean, he's in a real good spot here. Kenny's without very many resources. But,
Kenny discarded like 3 cards.
Yeah, it was definitely a miscalculation, but Adam's not really doing anything anyway. Like, he mulliganed, he has yet to find any of his action. What do you think about that new Faithless looting? How that might change the Reanimator decks? Because they already love Careful Study. They would play more than 4 Careful Studies if they could.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And the fact that this one has Flashback is a nice little bonus.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, you might randomly, entomb to it.
Maybe we could see, like, Grixis version of Reanimator, maybe like a red-black. I don't know.
Maybe you want Pyroblast, maybe Goblin Welder's good, depending on which fatties you use.
Yeah, maybe we should go like straight red-black.
I can't imagine. It's hard for me to imagine them not wanting to play Brainstorm.
Yeah, especially with all the fatties, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's a Thoughtseize.
So, this is...
Oh, himself.
Thoughtseize is himself.
Okay,
he wants to get the party started.
Yeah. It looks like next turn Elish Norn is gonna hit play.
Elish Norn is going to be back-breaking for Kenny.
Yep.
We're going to see an Entomb, you think?
Yeah, it's either no, it's gonna be Exhume or
Oh yeah, Exhume, I mean.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Animate
Dead. Boom. So that's a 3/7 right now.
It is just a 3/7, but it is Vigilance.
Yeah, Animate Dead gives -1/-0 to the creature you return. That's a slight drawback.
So we got a 6-turn clock. Kenny's eventually going to have to assemble. Let's see, what is his out to Elish Norn here? It's Goblin Charbelcher, right?
Yeah.
That's his only out?
Anything sideboard? I mean, he could Burning Wish for like a Hull Breach.
No, it doesn't. Oh, just to get the Animate Dead, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So Burning Wish and Charbelcher are his outs if he can get enough mana.
Well, his hand's not that bad. He's got like mana and stuff now. I mean, he has nothing yet, but his hand isn't terrible.
Yeah, if he can, he just needs to find a Burning Wish or a Charbelcher.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Do you think Kenny would have won if he didn't make that small miscalculation?
I mean, no, because the Elish Norn would still be in play.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think Adam would have taken like 12 damage.
Yeah, and he would have probably been
I mean,
like 4
Kenny
or
would
6.
Kenny would just make 12 guys, and then Adam would make the Elishnorn anyway. So I don't think it's going to end up changing anything.
Okay.
Although Adam would just take the Burning Wish, like it would have played out a little bit differently.
Yeah, everything would have been different, but. All right, so Kenny's just playing draw go with his 1 land. All right, so Kenny's down to 9. It looks like, and Adam passes the turn. I mean.
Now remember, the Belcher deck, what it's trying to count up to with its mana changes depending on what its plan is. If it's trying to Belcher, it wants to get up to 7 mana.
Yep.
So or just 4 plus 3, because it needs 4 mana for the Belcher in play, and a way to make 3 more mana at some point. You know, such as sacking Lion's Eye Diamond, so that it can actually just activate, and with no more land in his deck, it'll be lethal every time.
Yeah, whatever the number of cards left in your library, that's what it would deal.
Yeah, or alternatively, he might just be, if he gets Burning Wish, he just needs enough to hit the Hull Breach.
Yep.
Okay. I think we're going to see either a Burning Wish or a Char Belcher here.
Oh, I don't think Kenny realized that the guy just died automatically.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he tried to cast it just to chump for another turn.
Yeah, and he just died to, okay.
All right. Well, Kenny's going to be on the play for game 3.
Yep.
So we'll.
Alternatively,
because Kenny had he had 2 turns essentially. We get another turn. He was on 6.
Yeah, and I think but the fact that he threw away all the rituals, I think he was just, he was done at that point. He didn't want to. I mean, maybe he was still theoretically live, but
I think he was live to Char Belcher. No.
He needed 7 mana.
Yeah, like I'm saying, if he doesn't lose the Simian Spirit Guide, he doesn't lose that Lotus Petal, and doesn't lose the ritual. But whatever, he's in the play.
So game 3. Kenny Latham's going to be on the play with Belcher. And remember, obviously getting to 10 would be the dream if you had enough so that you could just go, empty the Warrens for 20. Like if you had just had enough enough Gitaxian Probes and whatnot. But more often, what they look to do is get up to at least 10 so that you can, you can kill in 2 hits. So you can kill by the 3rd turn.
Yeah.
Although in this particular matchup, it's going to be particularly relevant. If he can hit for 14, if he can actually hit him with enough goblins so that there isn't time to actually cast Reanimate on Elishnorn. Like even if it goes to the graveyard, because of Reanimate making him lose life equal to Elishnorn's casting cost.
Yeah, take away some of his outs.
And then...
4 of his outs would go. He has 4 Reanimates. So he would have to rely on Animate Dead or Exhume.
Yeah, and it's interesting that so far... Game 1 was won by Empty the Warrens, and Game 2 was won by an Elishnorn that locks out Empty the Warrens.
Yeah.
Because, Char Belcher obviously completely sidesteps that. Now, most of the time they're actually going to be emptying, just because they have 3 empties and 4 Burning Wish, as opposed to just 4 Belcher. But, if Adam hits if Kenny hits the quick Belcher, that's the easiest way to do it. You just get 7 mana in a Belcher and you're done.
Yeah. And he doesn't even need 7 mana in 1 turn.
Nope.
As long as Adam doesn't have a Pithing Needle, he could, play the Belcher next turn, go for the win.
Yep. Now, usually they end up doing it in 1 turn just because the only resource they have that actually untaps is the 1 Taiga.
Okay.
But sometimes he gets it into play and he just needs to rip a mana source.
Yeah, like a Lion's Eye Diamond.
Exactly. Yeah. Or anything. Like maybe he has 1 more petal in his hand and he's got the Taiga in play. He just needs to rip any ritual or Lion's Eye Diamond or anything. So what do you think about these Belcher decks? I know Cedric Phillips has always been a big proponent of the fast Belcher decks.
Yeah, personally, I don't like any combo deck, but I do like combo decks that actually could kill in 1 shot.
Yeah.
As opposed to something like Reanimate, or I'm sure there's other combo decks that does something but doesn't.
Like makes a 10/10 Progenitus.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, all right, you can still lose though. Like you build your deck to have this combo, you get it, and sometimes you still lose.
Yeah. No, I think that like judgments aside about style, I do think Belcher's a powerful deck.
It is.
It's gotten a lot of great tools recently, and I think Gitaxian Probe adds a really important element to it.
Yeah, see if you can go for the win or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Plus, it builds Storm for free.
Yeah.
It's like, plus having 11 kill cards isn't really that many, so it does give you more looks. Like if somebody takes one.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So Adam deciding whether or not to